Hi everyone, I'm Liz Shuler, President of the AFL-CIO, a federation of 57 unions representing nearly 13 million working people. Thank you for being here and for your incredible work, especially through the challenges of the ongoing pandemic. The labor movement grew out of the fight for safer working conditions. It was a major reason workers organized nearly 200 years ago, and it remains so today. You see it. Workers are on the picket lines. We are organizing. We are demanding a safe job. And every working person has the right to come home alive at the end of our shift and free from injury and illness. But workers continue to be placed in harm's way because employers will not follow the rules and keep us safe. You know the numbers. Each day, 15 workers die on the job from hazardous working conditions. And each year, another 130,000 workers die from occupational diseases that are often ignored. The risk is even greater for workers of color. Workplace deaths for Black and Latino workers are increasing at an alarming rate. And work-related fatalities among immigrant workers continue to be a serious problem. But these aren't just numbers, they're people with family and friends and colleagues who are left to deal with the loss. We mourn for the dead, and as Mother Jones said, then we fight like hell for the living. And as worker advocates, we lift up their voices and share their stories to hold employers accountable. National COSH is more than an organization, it's a movement, and it's a community. For decades, you have built coalitions by uniting workers from different backgrounds, speaking different languages, to fight for safe workplaces. Now, this is hard and essential work, and it can be grueling. You've been doing this important, fundamental, and literally life-saving work as we continue to battle the pandemic. And even before the pandemic, the Trump administration weakened workplace safety protections on employer injury reporting, on chemical exposures, on mine safety, and by increasing line speeds at meatpacking plants. Workers were treated as expendable. But now we have a pro-union administration, pro-worker majorities in Congress, and worker voices at the highest levels of government, including a union member leading the Department of Labor and a union ally as the head of OSHA. But that doesn't mean we don't have to push them and hold them accountable. We have to seize these opportunities for action on worker safety, to prevent deaths from heat illness, curb workplace violence, increase the number of OSHA inspectors, and make sure workplace injuries and illnesses are reported and the penalties for workplace violations are meaningful. And we must continue to fight for stronger worker protections from COVID-19 exposures because this pandemic is far from over. In 2021, every worker is vulnerable. Employers try to silence workers who speak out against unsafe conditions and retaliate against those who take action. But together we have power. With fantastic allies like COSH, we will fulfill the promise of safe jobs for all of America's workers and make sure that all workers' voices are heard. We will only be successful, though, if we stick together. And I'm so grateful for the work you do. It is absolutely incredible. Keep pushing. Thank you, and have a great conference.